to get to know you more than before, more than now. So how about I tell you what I want to do? I want to kiss you like you have the last lips left in the world. And I'd be willing to wager it's going to send us soaring high like the topmost tip on a kite, or flying in an airplane, or gliding along rainbows going to God knows where. Because it doesn't really matter where we go, or even how we get there. I'm going to hold your hand as we dance, and believe me, even if I spill beer or wine or some other kind of fine drink on my pants, I won't be afraid to break it down like passion is going out of style. And if you cry, I'll comfort you. Because I know that sometimes life likes to play cruel little games in its twisted fate. And if only I had the chance, I would show you that good-natured men exist. Not those past lovers who still cause your pain to persist. And if they even thought about trying to lay a hand on you anywhere, I'd step in between to intervene faster than a bear can eat a jar of honey. Because, honey, even though I don't own a lot of money, I would spend it all on you. But you're probably not a materialist in the philosophic or economic sense, so I'll just do this with my 15 cents. I'll buy a single rose seed from the garden down the street. I'll keep it close to my heartbeat and let it grow. And no weeds will choke it or even come near, but let me be clear, it still won't be able to hold a candle to you because you're more than beautiful. If only I could write a poem for you that lets you feel the effect of the beating in my heart like a skipping CD when I see you. You're drop dead gorgeous, and I'd still see it if I were blind. I'm going to press pause. In this remote slice of time, and just stay for a while. But try as I might, I don't have that right, so I have to set my mind to record and hope that I can afford the electricity bill that's going to fill my mailbox. And you ask me why. Because when your eyes meet mine, they make me feel like I matter. Because you take your shoes off to walk across the lawn so that you can feel the grass tickle your toes. Because you're not afraid to trudge through virgin snow just so that you can be the first to traverse uncharted lands and see the world from a new perspective. You'll make your own path, even if you have to get ice in your shoes. And that's why I'm standing outside shoveling snow between you and me as far as I can get it to go. Why snowballs still call at your windowsill. Why frosty snowman families still find their way to your front porch. Because you put the hot and hot chocolate and the chocolate and hot chocolate. And I think you like to drink that like marshmallows. Nothing can do. Porque todo está café. And the her in hermosa, you add sugar to your coffee so that it can be as sweet as you when you bring it to your lips. The thing like I don't barely want to kiss. So we do slowly. I know you may be afraid to lose your balance, but I believe that we can tread steadily along the path. Time makes a good thing great, so let's take it. Because the slower you go, the more things there are to find and sight to see. I want to hear the songs of the palm trees being whispered to the mountain breeze. I want to go wherever there is and go there authentically. I mean, take a look at me. A single glance will show you that my white skin is so thin it's practically see-through. But you know what? Maybe it's a good thing that I'm terribly transparent so that you know what I say is true. I may be silly, but I'm not naive enough to believe we're both skipping by baggage claims. Everybody's at least got their carry-on, and if yours doesn't have handles, I'll help you lift it up. Because right now we're walking down a long hallway toward the terminal, and for all we know, we're eventually going to the same place. So if I see you again someday, I'll know that love or whatever this is won. If I burn up into nothingness and melt away, it's because I was the one to fly and got lucky enough to touch the sun. I'm done worrying about what's going to happen to me, because the things that are growing between us, flowers and weeds, are worth fighting for, and I don't want to waste my life bumbling around like a bee, regretting being too afraid to knock on your door. I'll finance an expedition to mine your mind and find your heart. All my sources say that there's gold mixed in with the coal, and even though some people don't like to get their hands dirty, I'll embrace both. I want you to take a minute. Stop thinking about old bruises and scars carved into your skin by them. Take a look at your shoes, and you'll see that they're stained with the mud of amazing memories from late-night talks and twilight walks underneath the sky without city lights to block out the starlight coming from those far-up star heights. You know, they say that crazy things happen when planets align, and if I had a telescope fine enough to see, I'm sure they'd be lined up pretty damn neatly, because right now I feel like I could single-handedly lift off from my landing gear and shoot somewhere far beyond the moon to some random galaxy or alternate reality. I mean, I give you a penny for your thoughts. Or to make it more personal, how about lots and lots of lattes with silly shapes in them, so you know that even though I can't create a sun for you, I invested all of me and my into something I poured it out for you to enjoy. But don't worry. The only pressure here is pushing through my espresso machine, making no warm enough for hot chocolate. If that makes you happy, if that makes you smile,